Adopt mind control and never lose focus. Stoicism. In your daily life, distractions often feel overwhelming. You receive a text, an email pings, or a colleague interrupts you mid-thought. Stoicism teaches us that we should master our minds and maintain focus on what truly matters. As Epictetus wisely puts it, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it. This is the essence of adopting mind control. Consider a moment when you are at work, deeply immersed in a project. Suddenly, your phone vibrates with a notification, a reminder of both your responsibilities and your distractions. In that fleeting moment, you face a choice. Do you give in to the urge to check your phone, letting it derail your focus? Or do you harness your mind, recalling that mastering your reactions is where your power lies? Ask yourself, how often do you let external distractions dictate your productivity? What happens to your sense of purpose when interruptions occur? These questions invite you to reflect on your habits and the choices you make in those crucial moments. Imagine your colleague, visibly agitated, constantly glancing at their phone, frustrated that they can't complete their work. You see their struggle, feeling that unease in your shoulders. You acknowledge that you too have experienced this conflict, caught between the temptation of immediate gratification and the satisfaction of long-term achievement. How does focusing on your inner control rather than external chaos reshape your experience? The next time you're met with an interruption, remember that your reaction shapes your productivity. Will you choose to center yourself, breathe deeply, and refocus on the task at hand? Take a moment for self-examination. Picture yourself amidst the noise of your environment. People chatting, devices buzzing. Do you find yourself overwhelmed or composed? This awareness can illuminate the path toward becoming a master of your own focus, rather than a victim of distraction. Over the next 24 hours, challenge yourself to practice this principle of mind control. Notice the distractions you face and how you respond to them. Will you seize the opportunity to remain unfazed by the noise around you? Each time you cultivate that focus, you strengthen your inner resolve. Before we delve deeper into this topic, let's ensure you're connected to this journey. Many subscribers have reported unintended unsubscribes from the channel. Check the red button below to confirm you're still subscribed. Don't miss any upcoming Stoic insights. And if you're finding value in this, please give a strong like. It truly helps me. Lastly, drop a comment and share the city you're from. I'm eager to connect with this amazing community. Your participation is what makes a difference. As you embrace the practice of mind control, let's delve deeper into the root of your distractions. Often, we find ourselves imprisoned by our own attachments. The need for approval, the desire for instant gratification, or even the fear of missing out can pull our focus in a million directions. The Stoics remind us to examine these inner bonds. Imagine standing in a long line, waiting your turn. You can feel the impatience building. Your mind races with thoughts of everything else you need to do. But what if you took a moment to breathe? What if you considered this waiting time an opportunity to simply be present? The world around you is chaotic, but you hold the key to peace within. Can you shift your perspective? The next time you feel your patience wearing thin, remind yourself that in this moment, you have the power to choose your reaction. As Epictetus stated, qualities are not what happens to you, but how you respond. What if your response to chaos was calm? When you notice your mind drifting into worry or frustration, take a step back. Picture a guardian at the gates of your attention. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is this feeling actionable? Releasing what does not serve you can free your mind to focus on what truly matters. Now, think of a time when you faced a challenge. Perhaps it was a tough conversation with a friend, or a demanding project at work. In those moments of discomfort, did you labor under the weight of expectation, or did you find courage in the discomfort, using it as a springboard for growth? The truth is, resilience often blooms from tension, just like muscles grow stronger from resistance. Picture observing a conversation where one person is engaged while the other is distracted by their phone. The engaged person leans in, their body language open and present. The distracted person misses the connection. You've likely been on both sides, feeling the tension when distractions steal your attention and the empowerment of choosing focus. Now, reflect on your environment. Is it a friend's chatter, notifications from your phone, or the endless swirl of tasks? What do these distractions reveal about your priorities? Do they draw your attention toward immediate pleasure or long-term fulfillment? As you engage with this practice of mind control, consider how it influences your relationships. When you give others your full attention, you build trust and connection. In contrast, if you're half present, the interactions can feel shallow, almost transactional. Over the next 24 hours, challenge yourself further, not just to notice distractions, but to observe how they shape your interactions with others. Ask yourself, am I valuing this moment or letting it slip away? Your answers could lead you to profound changes in how you engage with the world. Embrace this journey. Remember, true freedom comes from within. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your reactions, your mindset. Each step you take strengthens your capacity to remain steadfast amidst chaos. As you embark on this path, keep this in mind. What new insights will you uncover if you choose to see distractions as teachers rather than obstacles? Explore this idea and let it guide your focus moving forward. As you continue on this journey toward mastering your focus, let's take a moment to explore how distractions might serve us in unexpected ways. It might sound odd, but if we can view distractions as lessons, we can transform how we deal with them. Think about a time when you felt completely overwhelmed by your surroundings. Perhaps you were at a cafe, trying to work while the chatter of other patrons drowned out your thoughts. In that situation, it's easy to feel frustrated. But what if you paused and considered what the chaos around you could teach you? What if you used those moments to practice patience or find a way to block out the noise with mindfulness? Life will never be perfectly still. There will always be external factors vying for your attention. This is where the power of choice becomes crucial. You can choose how you respond to your environment instead of letting it dictate your mood. Imagine you're at home, trying to read a book, but can't ignore the TV blaring in the background. Rather than allowing irritation to build inside, take a few deep breaths and ask yourself how you can refocus. Maybe you choose to move to a quieter spot, or perhaps you turn the TV off for a while. Every choice gives you a chance to practice awareness and control. Let's reflect on how focus affects our daily lives. How often do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media? Each scroll pulls you in, making you forget what you were doing before. It's like a trap. Stopping and asking yourself, is this feeding my goals, or is it just an escape, can shift your behavior. Finding clarity in those moments can make a significant difference. Now think about your relationships. When you are fully present, your conversations become richer. You start to notice the little things, the smile on a friend's face, or the twinkle in their eye. Being distracted can rob you of those small, beautiful moments. When you tune out distractions, you tune in to the world around you. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt someone wasn't fully listening to you? It stings, doesn't it? Now consider how your distractions may affect others. When you make an effort to be present and engaged, you're fostering a safe space for connection. You're showing appreciation for the moment you share with someone, and that can strengthen your relationships overall. As we explore all this, think about practical steps you can take. Set specific times for checking your messages or social media. When it's time to work, turn off notifications. Create a focused environment that supports your intentions. Small changes can lead to big shifts. Over the next day, pay attention to the emotional patterns that emerge when distractions arise. Do they frustrate you? Do they pull you into a spiral of worry? Acknowledge those feelings without judgment. You're human. After all, use this awareness as a guide to help you make intentional choices rather than automatic reactions. Remember, this isn't about eliminating distractions completely. It's about creating a balance where you can appreciate the here and now while acknowledging that life can be messy. When you learn to view distractions as opportunities for growth, you open doors to a more focused and fulfilling life. Keep this in mind as we move forward. Every moment holds a lesson. The next chapter will dive deeper into harnessing control and balancing the chaos around you. Let this thought guide you as you engage with the world, ready to transform distractions into stepping stones on your path. As we move forward in understanding focus, let's pause and explore the concept of control a bit more. Everyone experiences distractions. It's a part of daily life, but how we respond to them can make all the difference. This is where the beauty of Stoicism comes into play. Think about your morning routine. You wake up, ready to conquer the day, but then you check your phone. Suddenly, a flood of emails and notifications pulls you in. Instead of feeling grounded and focused, you feel overwhelmed. In that moment, you have a choice. You can let the distractions control your day, or you can steer your own ship. Imagine taking a moment before you dive into your messages. What if you decided to take a few deep breaths instead? Clear the clutter in your mind. This small act can help you regain clarity. By choosing to pause, you create space for intentional action rather than reaction. Now, consider your work environment. Is it filled with buzzing, phones, chatty colleagues, or endless tasks running through your mind? This chaos can make it tough to concentrate. But remember, you have control over how you navigate these distractions. One effective strategy is to set boundaries. For example, designate specific times for checking emails or chatting with colleagues. This not only helps you focus, but also respects others' time. Picture this. You're in a meeting, and someone is constantly checking their phone. It can take away from the conversation. Instead, imagine being fully present, listening intently, and engaging with your team. The energy in the room shifts, creating a stronger connection. When you focus on the people in front of you, rather than the device in your hand, you foster a richer interaction. Next, think about the times when you use distractions as a crutch. Maybe you find yourself scrolling through social media when you're stressed or bored. Each scroll can feel comforting, but it often leads to a detachment from what matters most. Instead of escaping, consider confronting those feelings head-on. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding right now? This self-reflection can lead you to deeper insights about yourself and your priorities. Learning to balance focus and distractions is like practicing a sport. At first, it can feel awkward and challenging, but with consistent practice, it becomes easier. Challenge yourself to set aside moments throughout the day where you put away distractions. It might be for 10 minutes or an hour. Use that time to focus on one task, whether it's reading, writing, or even daydreaming. You'll start to notice how much more you accomplish when you give your full attention to one thing. As we wrap up this chapter, it's important to recognize that distractions are not just obstacles. They can be teachers. They show us where we need to improve and what habits we need to change. By shifting your mindset, you can transform interruptions into chances for growth. In the next chapter, we will delve into practical techniques to deepen your focus. In chaotic situations, how can you cultivate an inner calm amid the noise? Stay tuned as we uncover ways to harness your power and maintain your composure, no matter the distractions around you. Together, let's build a more focused and fulfilling life. As we step into this next chapter, let's explore practical techniques that can help you deepen your focus even when chaos surrounds you. Distractions are a part of life, but learning to navigate through them can create a calmer, more productive experience. Imagine you're sitting at your desk. You're ready to work, but the noise from nearby conversations keeps pulling your attention. Instead of letting that frustration build, try this simple technique, the 3-minute rule. When distractions arise, take 3 minutes to breathe deeply and center yourself. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold it for a moment, and exhale through your mouth. This quick exercise can help reset your mind and ground you in the present. Now, let's shift to your environment. Do you notice how a cluttered space can lead to a cluttered mind? Taking a few moments each day to tidy up can make a big difference. A clean, organized desk not only helps you focus better, but also makes you feel more in control. It's like giving your mind a clear slate to work with. Another powerful tool is time blocking. This involves setting specific periods to work on tasks without interruption. For instance, you can dedicate 25 minutes to focus solely on a project, followed by a 5-minute break. This technique, often called the Pomodoro technique, helps increase your productivity and gives your brain a chance to recharge. When you embrace these methods, they become a part of your routine. But remember, it's important to be flexible. Life happens, and unexpected distractions will occur. The key is not to fight against them, but to develop resilience. If you find yourself disrupted, gently guide your thoughts back to the task at hand. Think of it as a gentle reminder to redirect your focus. Let's talk about technology for a moment. Our devices can be both helpful and distracting. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through your phone when you plan to be working? Setting boundaries with your technology can be very effective. Turn off non-essential notifications during your designated work time. This small step creates a more reflexive, peaceful atmosphere, allowing you to concentrate on what truly matters. You might encounter moments where frustration rises, especially when you are trying so hard to focus. It's okay to feel those emotions. Acknowledge them without judgment. Then ask yourself, what can I learn from this moment? This practice reinforces the idea that every distraction can teach us something valuable. Think about how mastering your focus impacts your interactions with others. When you're genuinely present, conversations flow more naturally. You pick up on non-verbal cues and build deeper connections. People appreciate when you give them your full attention. Doesn't it feel good when someone listens intently to you? You can create that same experience for others. Let's challenge ourselves again. Over the next 24 hours, notice the distractions around you. Instead of reacting automatically, take a moment to choose how to respond. Will you dive deeper into your task, or let the distraction pull you away? Each choice strengthens your ability to maintain focus. As we wrap up this chapter, remember that finding calm amid chaos is a journey. The more you practice these techniques, the more skilled you'll become at handling distractions. And in our next chapter, we'll explore the power of mindfulness and how it can further enhance your focus. Stay with me as we uncover more strategies to cultivate a focused and fulfilling life. As the days blended into one another, the practice of mind control took root in Sarah's life. She had faced distractions with newfound awareness. Each email ping, every notification, was no longer a signal for chaos, but a reminder of her choice. She could respond with intention. One afternoon, while they were deep in discussions during a team project, Sarah noticed Jake, the usual distraction in the room. His phone buzzed incessantly, pulling his attention away from the flow of ideas. It irritably reminded her of the old days when her focus would be hijacked by every flicker of a screen. In that moment, she felt the tug of compassion. She had been there before. Instead of letting frustration bubble up, she decided to act. "Hey, Jake," she called lightly, "how about we put our phones aside for the next 30 minutes? Let's really dive into this project." Her colleagues looked up, some nodding in agreement. Jake hesitated, glancing at his phone. Then he smiled. "Yeah, you're right. Let's do it." That moment sparked a subtle shift. The room's energy transformed. Focus enveloped them as they engrossed themselves in brainstorming. Later that week, at a social gathering with friends, the conversation turned serious. They were discussing future plans, dreams, and most importantly, the distractions weighing them down. Sarah shared her journey. "I realized that the chaos around me doesn't dictate my tranquility. It's how I respond that matters." Her words resonated. A friend chimed in with their struggles, revealing the same frustrations. That night, the group decided to implement a no-phone policy for their meetups, an agreement to be present, to really listen. It was a small change, but the impact felt profound. As weeks went by, Sarah witnessed the transformation not just in her own focus, but in her relationships too. Friends seemed more engaged, and conversations deepened. Those once fleeting moments of connection blossomed into something meaningful. They were no longer just passing thoughts, but shared experiences. Then came the test. One typical workday, while Sarah was in the zone, a flurry of distractions hit. A colleague stormed into her office, panic radiating from their aura. "We have a crisis," they exclaimed, papers flying and phone calls ringing non-stop. Instead of spiraling into stress, she took a deep breath, recalling her practice. "Let's take a moment," she suggested, maintaining her poise. "We can think this through." The initial shock in her colleague's eyes softened. Together, they took a few breaths, centering themselves. After a brief discussion, they tackled the crisis with focus, breaking it into manageable steps. It wasn't just about dealing with the chaos. It was about re-establishing control. The crisis became an opportunity for teamwork, and Sarah felt empowered for guiding the ship through those turbulent waters. Reflecting on her journey, Sarah recognized the profound changes within herself. Each distraction had become a teacher, and the chaos around her highlighted the strength of her inner resolve. She learned that distractions weren't threats, they were invitations to grow. In the end, Sarah understood that mastering focus was an ongoing journey. It required patience, practice, and a touch of kindness toward herself and others. The noise would continue to accompany her, but now it served as a reminder of her freedom to choose. With a satisfied smile, Sarah prepared to share her insights with her community. Empowered by the changes she'd made, she knew that embracing discipline didn't just give her peace, it taught her the essence of connection. Would she keep exploring this path? Absolutely. The journey had only just begun, and she was eager to lead others through the noise, one mindful moment at a time. Do you want to keep advancing on the path to serenity? Subscribe now to the channel to receive the next Stoic reflections firsthand. Click like if this content helped you grow. In the comments, share the biggest insight you took away. Your experience may inspire other seekers. And don't hoard wisdom. Send this to at least 3 friends who need inner balance.